Hey everyone, how's it going? Aaron Rift here along with good old JM, Jeff Meacham once again. How you doing today, Jeff?
Doing really good, Rift. It's good to be back in front of the camera. I miss doing this more often than we used to, so it's awesome to be talking about a show I'm actually kind of looking forward to this time.
Extreme Rules from Newark, New Jersey, which should end up being yet another hostile crowd for Roman Reigns.
Well, it's the home of the New Jersey Devils and in the NHL. We all know how much I love the Devils. So it'll be interesting to see how the crowd reacts to Roman and how they react to pretty much everybody WWE's trying to push down our throats.
Exactly.
It'll be a fun show to watch.
It's the New Jersey, New York crowd. Should be an entertaining crowd and should be, as usual, an entertaining pay-per-view in terms of the in-ring work. Will the storylines be entertaining? That remains to be seen. Will they make any sense? Probably not.
We're taking the new era into New York and New Jersey, so it's bound to be good, right?
We'll see. Time will tell.
Yes.
So as of this video, we have 7 matches officially announced, and I'm sure just to screw with us, they will add 1 or 2 more additional matches before the pay-per-view, maybe the day of the show for all we know.
No bets this month, right?
No bets this month.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, I might as well, but we'll get to the main event in a few minutes here, but
okay.
I'm not going to do a bet this month.
Okay, good.
I think I could get away with doing it, but I'm not going to bother.
Please don't.
I'm done with the betting.
Okay, good.
If you guys out there want to make your own bets, so be it. I've seen people on NoDQForums.com saying that they would buy everyone WrestleMania tickets if AJ Styles wins the WWE title. And of course, people are screen capping it, but yeah. People out there can go crazy with the betting.
If the people in NoDQ forums could afford WrestleMania tickets for how many people in that group?
6,000 plus?
If they could afford 6,000 WrestleMania tickets, do you think I'd still be in the group?
Exactly.
Just saying.
All right, so let's start off here with the kickoff match, which is not for the U.S. title this time.
No.
It is a no DQ match. Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf, against HBK himself, Dolph Ziggler.
HB Shizzle. Okay. I have a question I can ask about this match. Okay. The pay-per-views are Extreme Rules.
Right.
The main event is an Extreme Rules match. Isn't it the same thing as the kickoff match?
No, a no DQ match, basically there can be rope breaks. We learned that from the Payback pay-per-view.
Oh.
So in the main event, there's no rope breaks.
Okay, but how can there be rope breaks in an ODQ match? Because when you go to the ropes, if you count the 5, you're disqualified.
There is no DQ though.
So
the referee just won't acknowledge the submission.
Oh.
But then the guy could just pass out, and wouldn't that be the end of the match?
You would think so.
We're trying to put logic into this.
We're overanalyzing the business again.
Yeah, we're overanalyzing it.
Honestly, I cared about this feud as WrestleMania. I did. I don't anymore.
I agree completely.
I don't care. And based on the fact that I don't care and the fact that Corbin's pretty much been the dominant figure, I'm going to go with Ziggler.
Ziggler won a Payback, though.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's right.
That's why I'm going with Corbin.
All right, I'll go with Corbin.
Because it's 50-50 booking.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that Corbin gets the win here since Ziggler won at the pay-per-view. But who knows? Maybe Ziggler will win and they'll keep trading wins for the next month or two.
Who knows?
It's hard to say.
I really don't care. Like I said, I've lost the feud has lost steam, so I've lost interest.
I agree completely, 100%. But I will say that Baron Corbin wins this one.
Okay, so
because of 50-50 booking logic.
That's right.
All right, so let's move on to the main card. We have 6 matches at this point. First up, we have the Lethal Lockdown, the Asylum match between Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho. So basically, it's a cage match with weapons on top, including Moppy. They had Moppy up there. They had the plant. The plant is
Mitch.
Alive and well, unless it's a new plant, maybe the son of Mitch.
It's a new plant. Yes, it is.
Son of a Mitch, right? Son of a Mitch.
Son of a Mitch. That's true. Okay, yours is better than mine. I'll give you that. That was better than mine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And of course, they got the garbage cans, and I think there was a barbed wire
something up there.
Barbed wire board or some crap.
2x4 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, Lethal Lockdown. The fact that Jericho won at Payback, again, 50-50.
No, Jericho lost.
Jericho won that match.
Ambrose won at Payback. Ambrose did win. That was Ambrose actually winning a pay-per-view match. We were talking about his losing streak on
Oh, we called that one. Yeah, okay, all right, well, hell.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to think Dean Ambrose won a match.
Yeah, I know. He'll win again. Jericho doesn't need a win on pay-per-view like Ambrose does. Ambrose needs to really be showcased. If they're doing what I think they're going to do, as far as putting him back in the main event, they have to keep having him win. And if this is his match, they got to find a way for him to somehow pull it off.
You would think that, right? You would think that the guy would actually win his specialty match, but
I think so.
It's 50-50 booking.
Right. Well, I think Jericho's trying to tease us all into thinking he's making a huge comeback into being the world champion again. I think he's jerking us all along here. I think he's going to put the guy over.
You would think that.
I do think that.
Well, I would like to see Ambrose win. I think he should win, but I think this is going to be another 50-50 booking situation, and my official prediction is Jericho to win.
Okay.
And then they have another blow-off match. Even though this is the match with the steel cage and the weapons, my guess is Jericho will win, and then at Money in the Bank, they'll be in the Money in the Bank match, or they'll have another match that will be the final match, which will just be a regular match, and that's how the feud will end.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that.
You know, it's very TNA-esque.
Yeah, I want to ask you, because the title match is essentially a steel cage match. And they're totally, not to be graphic, but they're totally blowing their wad here, all the weapons in the steel cage match. How do they combat and have Joe and Balor be a special steel cage match NXT when they have a lethal lockdown style match at another pay-per-view?
Well, Joe and Balor will just beat the crap out of each other.
It's true.
They'll make it a great match.
You saw them in Portland, man. They were tearing each other up there.
Yeah, I mean, those two guys can just beat the hell out of each other, and that'll be an entertaining match. They won't need the weapons to make it memorable.
Okay.
That's my take on it.
Makes sense.
I think Ambrose and Jericho could have a good steel cage match without the weapons. What's going to be interesting to me is how Roman Reigns and AJ will be able to do innovative stuff with weapons, since it's an Extreme Rules match when you already have Jericho versus Ambrose. That's the downside to doing this pay-per-view with all these stipulations.
Steps,
how do you make them different from each other?
And how do you stay PG in this environment?
Exactly. Well, maybe it will not be so PG. Who knows?
Maybe.
Anything's possible.
If I see TV 14 on my TV on Sunday, I'll be pleasantly surprised.
All right, next up we have what I think will likely be the best match on the show. Definitely has the potential to be. The Fatal 4-Way match for the IC title. The Miz defending against Cesaro, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. And I will also say that this is going to be the hardest match to predict, I think.
Will be.
I mean, this could really go any way. Anybody could win this one.
Yeah, I hate when I sit here and do this where I go, I'm not gonna make a prediction because it's too hard to call, because that's just a chicken shit way out.
Right.
I'm going to be bold.
Bold is beautiful.
That's bold and beautiful. Not the best show on TV though. I'm gonna go with Owens.
Oh wow!
I am. I got a feeling that he's gonna pull some serious shenanigans and make it happen for himself.
Well, that very well could happen. I think that Sami Zayn would be a nice story to tell for him to win the title, the underdog from the underground, as they're calling him.
Yes.
But I think he's going to be chasing it a little bit longer. I think it's better for him to be chasing the title than to actually be champion.
Well, that's the classic wrestling story. The babyface challenges the heel champion.
So I could see Sami Zayn maybe chasing it for a few more months, and maybe by SummerSlam he wins the IC title. I'm thinking either Owens wins, or what I'm going to predict is Miz retaining the title.
Wow, that's pretty bold.
Because they're making a big deal how the odds are stacked against Miz. He only has a 25% chance of retaining. And usually when the announcers play up on that a lot, it means that the champion retains and somehow manages to overcome the odds. So I'm going to go with Miz, but I think there's a very decent chance that Owens wins, and even Cesaro might win this. I mean, really, it is 25% chance for each guy.
And the best part about it is, I really don't care. I like all four of you. I even like Miz.
Yeah, I would be fine with Miz retaining.
Yeah.
I would be fine with whatever the outcome is in this match. So.
Well, because we all, you and I grew up the last 10 years watching the other three guys on the indie circuit.
Yeah.
So we like all four of these guys. So I really have no problem with who wins this match. All I know it's probably going to steal the show.
Yeah, it'll be hard to screw this one up.
It is WWE though.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as the old man's in the chair, they'll find a way to fuck it up if they have to.
Yeah. All right, so next up we have the WWE Tag Team title match, The New Day versus the Vaudevillains.
Okay, now, I'm going to surprise people again by praising The New Day, but that segment on Monday was funnier than shit.
I loved it. I loved Kofi coming out with his music. That was great.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of... After that, though, with the whole mustache thing, it ended too quickly because Aiden and Simon just beat the shit
how
out of
often
them.
is that when a segment is actually considered to be too short?
I know.
On Raw? We're like,
Yeah.
they should have done more with that.
Yep.
There were so many different things they could have gone. It was a creative segment.
It was funny.
I like the build up for it, but we all know how it is in WWE, the typical pattern where the guy that gets the upper hand on the last show before the pay-per-view ends up losing, and because the Vaudevillains got the heat in this segment, I think New Day is going to retain. And plus, New Day is on their way to having a record-breaking tag team title run.
Yeah, I'm not sure how far Lennon and Kendrick got with those titles, but...
New Day is very close, I know that.
Yeah, because I know Demolition was like 400 and something days, so they're not close to them yet.
Yeah, and if New Day could possibly beat Demolition's record if they stay champions for a while.
They could.
I mean, they still got a ways to go, but I think New Day is so hot right now, you theoretically could keep the titles on New Day until they're able to break Demolition's record. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not, but I think it's certainly possible.
I'm picking him for this month, though.
All right, next up we have the WWE United States Championship match, which at this point is not the kickoff match. How about that? Kalisto defending against Rusev.
You know, they've got to find a way to get Rusev and Alberto and Sheamus back into the main event picture.
Do they really?
They do. I'm not a fan of Sheamus personally, but I like Alberto, and Rusev has potential to be a dominant figure again, like he was.
Ruru?
Ruru, that's right. Let's not count Summer Rae's involvement with him, because that was just hideous. The best way to start that will be with my prediction, which is Rusev regaining the championship.
Well, there are a lot of theories about what might happen. One theory is that Rusev wins the title and then he loses it to the returning John Cena, and John Cena starts up the whole United States Open Challenge again. But here's the thing, to steal a line from you.
That's right.
At first, when this match was announced, I figured, okay, Rusev is going to win the title here. But this past Monday on Raw, you had Rusev completely dominant. He not only beat the crap out of Sin Cara, but he destroyed Kalisto after Kalisto lost to Alberto Del Rio. So Kalisto looked really weak, losing and then getting his ass kicked after the match. The fact that Rusev looked so strong there, and going back to earlier, the guy that gets the upper hand on the last show before the pay-per-view, more times than not in WWE loses. It doesn't happen every time, but it's fairly consistent. And because Rusev looks so strong here, I'm thinking Kalisto's going to retain the title now.
Okay.
I'm going with that psychology, how WWE does things.
Makes
so
sense
my
to me,
prediction
but-
is Kalisto. I think Rusev should win the title, but based on the booking from Raw, I think Kalisto's retaining, which I'm not sure is the best for business decision, but that's what I think is going to happen.
I do agree with you that I think Rusev's going to win, and then I think he's going to...
I said Rusev's going to
I know that. No, let me finish my point.
Oh, you're talking about Cena.
Cena, yeah, exactly. If they have Rusev win, they're going to have Cena beat him after that, so...
Yeah, that is also a possibility if Rusev wins the title.
Just saying.
All right, and now we have the match that I think you're really looking forward to, perhaps the most, perhaps as much at least as the Fatal 4-Way match. The submissions match for the WWE Women's Championship. Charlotte versus Natalya, and the stipulation is that Ric Flair is banned from ringside. And if he comes out, if he walks down to the ring, which is funny because they specifically said if Ric Flair walks to the ring. Now, if he comes to the ring on a go-kart or
Yeah.
comes out in a wheelchair. Is that okay?
That's right.
But basically,
Power scooter.
I'm assuming it's just if Ric Flair interferes in the match, then Charlotte automatically forfeits the title.
Yeah, I am looking forward to this. I've loved Natalya from the minute she debuted, and I've been not quiet at all about the fact that I love the women's division reinvigoration. And I like that people are shitting on Charlotte for being a sneaky champion. She's a heel. Get over it. She's Ric Flair's freaking daughter, people. Not to quote Bradshaw, but damn. Come on, Farouk, but damn, seriously.
Damn.
Come on, she's the daughter of the dirtiest player in the game. She's the dirtiest, not diva anymore, but dirtiest woman in the game. She's gonna cheat. It's gonna happen. However, I think they're going to actually find a way to have her beat Natalya without Rick.
That would be a logical way to do it, but here's what I'm thinking. This is my theory. You remember back in 1990, Ric Flair did this storyline with Sting where he was the Black Scorpion?
I remember they had an idea for the Black Scorpion, and then when they actually pitched to the guy, he backed out because he was too afraid of getting humiliated on TV. So they ended up going with Flair instead.
Yeah. I'm thinking
WCW booking, kids.
we might see the return of the Black Scorpion because the way they're doing this story... the way we're doing this storyline is Ric Flair... They're making such a big deal that he cannot get involved. So one would think he is going to somehow manage to get involved. And that would be the way to do it. To have Flair come out in all black with the black mask and cost Natalya the match. And then there can be the whole controversy about him interfering, but nobody can prove it since he was dressed in black wearing a mask.
That's right.
So... I think Charlotte's retaining. I mean, that's my official prediction. She will retain.
Yes.
The question is, how will she retain? Will she win clean, or will there be some sort of shenanigans involving Ric Flair? That remains to be seen. That's the real prediction, I think.
Yeah.
Natalya winning would really shock me. I don't see that happening. I think Charlotte will retain, and eventually, whenever she does return to television, Sasha Banks will get the title.
Well, there's a report on the site about the fact that they're keeping her on TV on purpose because they want to build her for SummerSlam.
I believe they're going to do that match at SummerSlam. They're building up for Sasha winning in Brooklyn since
she was so hot last year.
Yeah, that
exactly.
was the 1 year anniversary of her NXT match.
Right.
So that's what I think is going to happen, and I think Charlotte's going to retain. It's just a matter of how.
I do too.
And finally, we have the main event. It's not a good main event. It's not a bad main event. It's the main event. We have Roman Reigns, the big dog, defending against AJ Styles in an Extreme Rules match, which I guess means there are no rope breaks. There's no shenanigans except for people coming out and interfering.
Yeah, there's no illegal shenanigans.
Right. Everything's legal.
Everything's legal, baby. Do we ever think we get to a point where we like to champion less than Cena? Honestly.
Well,
people hate John Cena for the stupidest reasons, yet they seem to dislike Roman Reigns for even stupider reasons. I have zero problem with Roman. I do. I have no problem with him being the guy, except for his promos. His promos are shit. Especially the good guy, bad guy, the guy stuff.
He wasn't too bad on Raw.
Monday they did a really good job of building this match. They had a good few segments with the Usos and the Club. And by the way, the Club, we can't just call New Japan and go, can we spend the extra money for the word bullet? Seriously. Is it that hard to... You're a freaking billionaire, McMahon.
Well, they're already losing on a regular basis now, it seems, so...
Stupid.
Why even bother?
Yeah, whatever. Have Balor debut with him and call him the Balor Club or something. Whatever. I personally think that, much like Charlotte with the women's top championship, they're going to keep Roman in the top seat until SummerSlam at least.
Whether it's Cena facing him or Rollins.
Whoever it's going to be, he's going to be champion of SummerSlam. So AJ will not become champion. Since it's an Extreme Rules match, Roman's going to win. Yeah. Flat out.
Yeah, in my opinion, that is the biggest downside to this match. The build-up has been really strong, I think, overall. I think they've done a good job with the build-up. And the crowd heat these last several weeks for these segments. The crowd is really into this feud. So that is a big positive. But the big negative...
I tend to disagree. I don't think they're into the feud so much. I think they're just so... They're so anti-Roman. And the fact that AJ has been their wet dream for the last 12 years... Oh, he might be champion. That's what they're getting out. It's not the fact it's them two themselves. It's the idea of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have been reacting, and overall, it's been a good build-up. But I think the biggest problem is that it's very predictable.
It is.
I think it's even more predictable than with Cena. I mean, I used to always say it's hard to bet against John Cena, and that is what applies to Roman Reigns now. It's very, very hard to bet against the guy right now.
It is.
And
he's cooking with gas right now. And, you know, like I said, I don't have a problem. I get why people don't like him, but I personally don't have a problem with Roman Reigns. I have a problem with WWE's marketing and push of Roman Reigns.
I just hate the writing.
Yeah, the writing's terrible.
Like if Roman Reigns had been pushed organically instead of just being...
Organically when he almost won the Rumble 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That would have been something, but they shoved it on our throats last year instead.
It's just instead of a natural build-up, they just said, okay, we're going with Roman Reigns. This is our plan, and people are going to like it one way or another. We're going to deal with it.
And
like Batista said, deal with it.
Yeah, and they blew it.
So yeah, I think one of two things will happen. Just like last month, either Roman... Well, I'm guessing we're going to have the outside interference. I mean, I would be shocked if there's no outside interference from the club and the family, or what's the other name they're using?
The bloodline.
Bloodline,
whatever the hell. Yeah,
name.
some stupid shit, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm guessing the Usos will come out, or first the club will come out, then the Usos will come out. Maybe we'll know. You know, I'm thinking because they're doing this cage match with Balor and Samoa Joe, I think it's unlikely that Balor makes an appearance. So I'm just guessing that the club will come out and then the Usos will come out to even the odds, and then there'll be whatever shenanigans. But in the end, I expect Roman Reigns to retain the title.
As do I.
So there you have it for our predictions for WWE Extreme Rules. It's on the WWE Network. NoDQ.com has got you covered with all the latest news, rumors, and of course, live results coverage. Make sure you follow Jeff Meacham at twitter.com/_Jeff Meacham. And then you also have the Talk Wrestling Twitter account.
TW on NoDQ.
Any other shout outs you want to get out?
Just to our boy Bill, the Bad Billy J. Belt on Etsy and Facebook. He's been our supplier, man. I sound like a drug lord, but he's been helping us out. He's been we've been buying the belts off him in bulk, and I've been giving away on Talk Wrestling, so it'll be awesome.
So check it out, Bad Billy J. I think it's etsy.com/shop/badbillyj.
Something like that.
And J's just the letter J.
Right.
So check him out. Check out Jeff. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.